Welcome to the Diary of a Christian Single Woman, where you hear her innermost thoughts and prayers while also hearing the Lord's response in return. Sit back and relax, grab your journal and pen, pour you a cup of coffee or tea, and go on this journey to self-discovery and growth in the Lord. It's time to spill the tea, sis. Okay, sisters. So this topic right here has been circulating around in my head for a while, and I thought it was time to talk about it here because every one of us has a part or parts of their past in regards to relationships that we would rather not think about or talk about, right? We just want to forget about it and move on. Some things have hurt us so much that, we know if we even talk about it again, we may spiral into a dark place, or we may feel the same feelings that we felt when we were in that moment, which is what we don't want. Many of you may have been in relationships where you sincerely thought that this person was the one for you, and then suddenly it just falls apart, and now you're left to pick up the pieces of your broken heart. You move on, you get stronger, you become a boss chick in life and business, and now a new man has entered your space in the present. However, maybe all you can think about is how you were done in the past and how you never want to be in that space again, so you kind of self-sabotage yourself, basically right out of a good man or a good relationship, Then you look back at it and you realize that you let a good one get away because you allowed your past hurts to affect your future blessings. And we can see this principle in the Bible with the story of Lot's wife, right? Lot and his family lived in Sodom and Gomorrah, and the angels of the Lord came to get them out because God was going to judge the city for their evil doings, okay? And I can just imagine in Lot's wife's mind that all she loved was there, in Sodom and Gomorrah. Like her house was there, her belongings, her friends, essentially her whole life. And then having to abruptly uproot and leave must have been extremely hard for her. Therefore, when the angels told them to run and not look back, sis had the compulsion to do so anyway for just one more time. And we see where that got her. Okay? And so because she looked back at her past, she was never even able to make it to her future. Think about that. And so ladies, let that not be our story. According to Jeremiah 29:11, God has plans for us that will bring us hope in a future. And so what am I saying? We cannot look back to the past if we are trying to move forward. If we truly desire to get married, have a family, build a business, buy a house, cars, whatever, then looking back on what we used to do or the negativity that happened before and dwell on that will not allow us to keep our eyes to the front and keep moving. Ladies, if a decent man enters your space, then take the time to get to know him. There's no harm in that. Don't automatically assume that he's going to treat you like the last man that really hurt you. You cannot put your past hurts on a new person. The best thing you can do is keep an open mind, guard your heart, allow yourself to feel all the things you need to in order to discern whether this man is for you or not. Always be watchful and prayerful when a new man enters your space, as you don't want to be deceived, because that happens more often than not. But, don't go into it thinking that you will be deceived. I know it seems like they're scarce around these parts, and I'm going to keep saying that COVID ain't helping. But there are men out there who really desire to find love. They want to cherish the woman that they choose to be with. They want to love on you. They want to take care of you. There are many men out there who really love the Lord, who want to do his will, and who want to do right by his daughters, which is you. So, you have to be in a place where you have or are still working to heal past wounds and hurts, so you don't project that onto someone else. It can be a long and hard process, and it can be time consuming and tiring, but it will definitely be worth it in the end. I just wanted to encourage you and let you know that it's going to be all right, sis. God is doing a good work in you, and he can't come down from it. Just acknowledging that you need his help in this area is a good first step to moving towards healing. Another good step would be to no longer dwell on what was, but to fruitfully move into what is. Be grateful for the process, even though it was painful, because it caused you to grow beautifully from the inside out, because it was painful, but then it was beautiful. Beauty, ashes. Your ashes into beauty, Now things you didn't know before, Now you know how to respond to things that you didn't before. Now you know how to look for things that you didn't look for before. Now you know what you want, what you don't want, what you didn't want before. Now you've learned how to communicate better when you didn't before. There are so many things that these past hurts can teach you. Now, know that there is pain in the process, but perseverance will bring you to your promise. Persevere through working through the pain. There is purpose in everything, and God turns those things that were meant for evil in our lives into something good. I know we all wish that we had a time machine, or that we could teleport so that we could go back and erase some things that have happened to us and that we've been through, but we know we can't. And so the most that we can do is reflect, learn, and mature so that we can get things right the next time. Not only will this help you, but it'll also benefit those who are around you and those that do life with you every day. Okay, think of this example. Just like driving a car. How will you know what's in front of you if you're always looking in the rearview mirror, sis? Actress Kiara Gizzy says, "Let go of the past, but keep the lessons that it taught you." And then the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes 3:11 that the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. So let's think about this. You're in a race. You're at the starting line. When you hear, ready, set, go, and the gun goes off, do you start running backwards, thinking that you're getting somewhere? No, absolutely not. To win the race, you have to run forwards. There is nothing back there for you, sis. Keep moving forward. And know that you can do this. You can let go of those limiting beliefs regarding relationships that make you self-sabotage. You can open your heart up and be vulnerable enough to love again. You are worthy. Come on here. You are smart enough and beautiful enough to meet the man of your dreams. You are worth it enough for him to put in maximum effort to be with you. Okay? Staying in a place of past hurts and pains will stifle and cripple you from God's best. And that is exactly what the enemy wants to happen. He despises anything that has to do with the kingdom of heaven. And if you are desiring a kingdom man and he comes, oh baby, know that some difficulties will happen. But as long as you both keep God first, it can last. So don't let the enemy use those past hurts against you. Stand firm and fight, knowing that God has it all under control and that in the end, you win. You will not settle, but you will not allow you to sabotage you any longer. So run forward, sis, and get to the finish line, because you got this. I leave you with this quote. If you focus too much on the painful past, you'll lose out on the beautiful future. Keep moving forward, sis. Be encouraged. Thank you for listening to the Confessions of a Christian Single Woman podcast. Remember, ladies, that God loves you immensely. There are no boundaries or restrictions to his love. Always seek his face, hear his voice, and live his word out loud. If you have any questions you would like to hear addressed on this podcast, you can email diary@confessionsofaChristianSingleWoman.com or follow and DM us at the Confessions of a Christian Single Woman page on Facebook. Also, let's continue the discussion on Facebook Live every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I would love to talk to you. Until next time, may the peace of the Lord go with you this week.